How's it going, guys? Week is over. The Mortal Reign has just ended as well, so I'm going to be immortal from tomorrow. Nice. Makes it a bit busier, having to do everything, but you know, it's going to be good. How did everyone find my video today? It's popped off a little bit, which is quite good. I'm glad it did. Gonna be running Verge to start with because I haven't done my Verge this week, so I'm just making sure everything's set up for this Verge run so we can kill everything and get to 2k every time. Am I happy with this? This really needs to be someone else. It's a dead slot anyway, I think. Dead slot anyway, so that slot does not matter. Does not matter. Let's put a gem in here. Okay. What do we want on? Let's scroll down on this one a little bit. Okay, that's better. So, fresh week coming up, guys. Everyone's back to the working week, I take it. It's going to be a... hopefully this week it go nice and quick. Got a week off coming up, so after this week. Always look forward to weeks off. Bit of gaming. Cinema. Definitely got a few movies this month that I want to go watch. Got Superman, I think, haven't we? Superman's out. Plenty of good movies coming out this month. Let's get in here. Just gotta check actually that Discord told everyone I'm live. Finally caught the stream. How's it going, man? Welcome on in. How's the Druid feeling? Hearing some mixed opinions. It's definitely mixed opinions, that's for sure. Drew, how's it going, man? Sunday is here. The end of the weekend, sadly. After Verge, let me... Yeah, no worries. I'm going to show you what I'm running in dungeons as well in a little while. I think I'm finally happy with my dungeon build. Really? That's very unusual because I get notifications of everything. I know it hasn't been showing up on my Discord. I think there's something wrong with my bot for announcing it, which I've got to check into when I was moving stuff around. As long as people get notifications for my videos. I literally went live like 5 minutes ago, so it's all good, man. 2K and we're out of here. Just gonna have to see if my bot shows it on Discord that we're live. It's not been doing it recently, so. Strange you got no notification though. Very odd. Especially if you've got it on for notifications as well to show like my videos are going on and I'm going live. Yeah, very odd. This is a YouTube issue. Vexus, how's it going? Poe. I knew you meant yo, so. Man, I got like... have you just finished it today? That's even more strange than if you got the notifications on but it's not showing you I'm going live. Very odd. Yeah, I've got to sort the bot out for it. Alex. I was messing around with things the other day. I think my bot's just kind of not like this, so I got to check it. I got to check it. No, I'm planning to do some PvP next week. Now I'm going to be Mastery 4. We're getting to doing PvP, so. And I've only got one essence to get now, so. Which is a shoulder essence. Finally got them all nearly. And the shoulder essence, I think, is like for Earthquake, so, you know, who cares? Who's using Earthquake, eh? You was not impressed? I've heard mixed opinions. I've seen some people being like, man, this is so OP in PvP, wow. And then, like, you said, like, you're not impressed. So I've heard very mixed opinions about it. Let's go this way, seems no one cleared over here. Apparently someone did clear over here. Kevin, may you ask what build and that Paragon skill that I'm using? So in this one, it's not terrible, but was expecting Druid to dominate like Tempest did. Oh, we're 2K. We can leave. Yeah, like I said, I've seen mixed opinions on Discord, on Reddit. You know, quite a variation of people saying like one person saying it's really good, the other person saying that it's terrible. So, and I just haven't got in to give it a try yet. I've been focusing on obviously all the PvE stuff. So. I would agree. People are overreacting 100%. You know, like my video today, yeah. If people see my video, like, people are like, oh man, this guy's hating on Druid. That is like not what I'm doing on the video. I'm loving Druid. Druid is really, really fun. Like, the build I'm playing in dungeons, man, I'm having a blast with it. Don't get me wrong, it's not every dungeon that goes, like, 100% well, depending on the group that I get, if I'm just, like, doing randoms. Because sometimes you just won't be the fastest one in there, and someone will get to the mobs before you do, and, like, then you can't do no damage, right? And that's just luck of the draw, really, what groups you get. But I've been having a blast. I'm looking forward to seeing what more essences they bring. Because, as I said in my video, like, I'm disappointed they didn't bring more at the start, considering it's a game that's 3 years old. And that would have caught kind of up with the essences for this class. And considering it's such a diverse class when it comes to the different abilities you can use, I'm just, yeah, surprised that there wasn't more essences. But we have to use what we've got until, you know, the next block of essences come out at 1,000. So hopefully there'll be good ones that can help us with the current lineup that we've already got, right? To make the builds better that we've already got, because that's the whole idea. Yeah, I've been getting over 1 billion in dungeons. Let's see if you're running a similar build to me when we get into that. We just want to get Verge done so I don't mess up. You're not having fun at all? That's hot. That's sad to see it. Sad to hear that. %, Bar. 100%, Bar. You're exactly right on that stance. I still agree with you though, Drew. From the beginning, the Druid should have been able to do what the Druid should be able to do, right? As a Druid. You know, so... But it can't, sadly. Yeah, that's not been posted on my lives for a while, right? Oh, here we go. Better get a move on, I don't want to die. Also, GG. GG on what? Oh, on the Immortal fight. Yeah, I was actually watching TV with the missus tonight, and I wasn't watching the challenge, so I was in the clan chat on Discord, so I see how it was all going down. It was another 7 week, wasn't it? We thought we was going to get it early at one point. It was close. $2K leave. I don't know why people carry on now. Just 2K and leave. No point in carrying on. We got a legendary. Just want to get this done as quickly as possible so we can get blasting down some dungeons. Cash stepping down as clan leader, staying as an officer. Oh man. What's he just had enough? And he just wants to have a bit more relaxing time? I suppose it can be a lot of pressure as being the leader, right? Having to, you know, set up everything. That's why you have your officers. Like sometimes, most of the time, I'm just so busy with like work and YouTube when it comes to like my clan duties. But luckily, we've got quite a good team. Julie, you're not late. Don't worry, man. It's fine. You're here. How is Julie? Just blasting these verges out so we can get into doing some dungeons. Show this build that I've been messing around with. It's quite fun. I said when they asked me about being an officer, I literally said to them, "I'll do it, but YouTube and my content stuff comes first." So, also, how's it going? I am a slacker, man. You know me. The church roof didn't collapse. It's always good. I'm good, man. Cheers. You doing dungeons without me? What's going on, man? What is going on? I don't answer your DMs, man. I haven't even seen a DM. Like before I started streaming, I was literally in Indez's chat on stream because he was checking out my latest video. Puds, how's it going? And then Indez was like, "Do you want to come on and stream and have a chat?" And I was like, "Man, I can't. I'm now setting up to stream myself," so that didn't happen. And then I haven't seen any DMs from you, man. So what's been going on? You say you DM me, but I haven't seen any. I try and reply to him. Happy Sunday. Sunday's never a happy day, is it? Have Indez come over? He sometimes pops in. I never mind him having a look at one of my videos on stream, though. You know, he likes to do reaction videos, so I'm well happy for him to do that. My video popped off today, though. I didn't expect that. It was like, you know, normally people would put out a build video first, but I thought I'd do things slightly differently and just say my opinions. I wonder if they fucked up BOP tomorrow with like the 50k RCR, but they may have done. They may have. It wouldn't be the first time, would it? They do a similar thing to raids. It's not exactly raids, but they do have a version of raids. I don't think it really needs them too much, you know, like I have my following on here. You know, I've got like what, coming up to 5,500 subs now, so people that have got the notifications on do see that I'm live. So if I get 20, 30, 40 people in, I'm happy. The raids just put that pressure on the streamer, right? You suddenly get raided by like 100 or 200 people. Path of Blood is going to be fun for some, that is for sure, yeah. How many gems are we up to? 24. Slowly, slowly. And that video there already, 2K views. That is blasting. Ryder, how's it going? That word is such a such a British word. Wankers. One day, you never know. You never know. I'll keep looking out for the email, right? How's it going, man? Yeah, raids are good. Don't get me wrong. Raids are cool, but they can just suddenly put, like I say, they can put suddenly a lot of pressure on someone that they feel they have to kind of like suddenly start talking to everyone, and then chat gets spammed, and you know, if people raid, but I think I've got it all enabled, so if someone did want to, they could, but I hate these worms that sit in the ground. They need to take the thumbs out of their asses. As long as my videos keep popping off, you know, then it's all good. Reminds you got to do, oh, hey, Prax, how's it going? Reminds you got to do raids today. Yeah, don't forget your raids, man, before reset. You've been busy cleaning the house. Oh man, clean the house duties. How is Nora then? How is Nora doing this evening? On a Sunday evening? Tired, but another Rite of Exile done. Yep, that's true. Afternoon there in sunny Washington State. It's been muggy here today. We've had storms rolling over, so not much in the way of kind of rain and kind of, you know, you can hear the storms on the kind of, they're around, but not over us. So it's just been very humid where I've been all day. You forgot to do Verge as well. Oh, man. Join the club. Hold on a second. We don't want to be leaving some legs up there. The slacker club. Yeah, Rozzo. That's what it's all about, man. Didn't you know? If you're not slacking in this game, you're not a real player. But then you do play AFK farming all of the time, so maybe it's you are a real player. So don't worry. Come on, nearly 2k. Leave. It's 32 done. We're nearly halfway. One more week and you're going to South Korea for a 1 month vacation. Oh man, that's going to be amazing. Apparently it's lovely. A month away is going to be amazing though. Are you still going to be playing? That's interesting, Neville. Still think there's a fundamental flaw to the way they work, and it definitely needs addressing. As I said it in the video today. How long am I planning on being Druid for? Probably a little while. The guys in the the guys just realized who I am in the group. Like, are we on YouTube? One of them's like, I hope not. The wolves need to be the same as the skellies. Yeah, 100% they do. They just need to make it so, like, as soon as someone spawns, and I know Indez was when he was watching my video, he said something about it, like the way they kind of work now. you just have your familiar on as aggressive. But I don't know if about anyone else, but I tend to just remove my familiar when I'm doing overworld farming, so that everything just kind of lays on top and kind of drops, and then I can go around and collect it all later. Because if you get 10 balls, right, no more balls drop, right? From my experience, anyway. Yeah, if I'm going to be like AFK for a good number of hours, yep, they don't drop after you collect 10 out of 10. So you don't want to be using your familiar to AFK farm, guys. Just a pro tip. I've got 1 essence to get, Chris. 1 essence to get. And I'm 29 out of 30 on Mastery 3. You're low res. I think you will have fun with it, but I think, you know, you will notice that there's I think it's a bit of a, I suppose, a learning curve to it when it comes to resource management and shit. I would love an aggro defensive toggle as well for summons. Be a great idea for the game. I would not be against that. I mean, we've got it familiars, right? I wonder how my speed. Yeah, well, I should have used it, but I think it would be. Maybe I'll equip it and do 1 run with it. Should we do it? The next run, we'll equip the speed bear. The bear that is on speed. That's this crack. Man, he's on something, that's for sure, because that speed is insane once you get it going. If you can get ahead of everyone else in your party, you're laughing. I reckon I'm going to die. Oh no, I might be able to get through. We might be able to get through. Can we do it? That's all good anyway, they killed it. Yeah, that's a good thing. If it's cemetery, you're screwed, right? That at first there, like in cemetery with all them like railings around the gravestones. Oh, that's you just ruined. I think it's this build that I'm going to be using. Is it this one? No, this one. I was 100% dead there. Yeah, guaranteed. I'm glad they killed the boss. That's the only trouble when you're reading streams as well. You just don't pay attention to what's going on in the game, especially when it's farm build. Here we go. I mean, you can keep the speed going, but there's just a lot in the way. Dungeons was definitely more fluid because you had a route you were going. I mean, when you've got a lineup like that, though. What do you think the one thing that needs to change with the Druid? Her a lot saying that damage needs increasing, but it's meant to be both DPS and support. So I think there's a few things I would say that can be done, but I think it'll be a matter of waiting for other essences. I think the amount of essences was the issue, right? Night shift starts again. Well, take care, Alex. Cheers for popping on in, though. Yeah, I think this build is needs modifying if you're going to do it in this first slightly. You got no kind of linear road that you're going down, so it's kind of you just go off on a tangent and then you kind of don't watch your resources. We're out of there. Yeah, that doesn't feel that smooth. Using that, I think the overworld, but the farm build is much better for that. So let's switch again. $44. We've got a Lego there as well. Got all that shit as well. A Lego there. Nice, nice. Being buff focused would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Have a class that's purely buff focused that you can like really buff up your teammates. That'd be kind of cool. Do I have this build posted? Not. I don't have any Druid builds posted on my YouTube yet. That is going to be a next week job. Now we've got all the essences, Mastery 4, you know, that will be the job I'm going to be doing next. I always like to get a good feel for the class first, you know, and I've obviously working a job as well, you know, doing different shifts all the time. I have to spend a lot of time doing that as well as trying to get familiar with the builds. So it takes me a little bit longer to figure out what sort of builds I like compared to some of the other creators where they can just go at it. I'm never in a hurry, just very relaxed, so I ain't worried. You know, I had a great video today, so I'm pleased. I'm pleased that I did the video I did today. It's all about the ads, mate. It's what YouTube Prem, mate. YouTube Prem. I know, Nora. I know. The trouble is, like, I would like to put out tons more content all the time, but as we said, I think it was in stream maybe a day or two ago. You can only do so much, right, with a game like DI. You know, I know some of the other content creators put out daily videos, and you know, I put my hands up to them being able to post it, come up with the ideas as well, and then having the time to kind of, you know, make the video, edit the video, as well as do all their other day jobs they do. You know, he's just casual about everything, no stress. I've always been that way, man. Try not to let stuff get to me. I used to quite a lot, but I find in the last few years I've definitely become a lot less stressed about everything in life. The vid is 100%, 10% on point. Personally, no, was BK on an ult, and that grew over time, but good off the start. Yeah. The trouble I found, and I think Indes pointed this out as well, and maybe I should have brought that more up in the video, is that this class can do so much, right? There's so much to it. You know, you got your bear form, you got your werewolf form, you got your human form, you've got all the other things you can do, and it's just, compared to any other class, I think you'll find over the next, say, 6 months of like essence releases, however many that's going to be, what, another 12, say, you'll find that the class is just going to get more complicated and very complex, which is going to be like Necro, right? Necro is quite complex when you think about it. You've watched the daily DI videos, they got dulled. Yeah, the trouble is I find with daily DI videos, you know, you will eventually kind of, you can tell they're grasping at ideas, right? Which, don't get me wrong, if they're still putting them out and then getting thousands of people, what, thousands of views, then yeah, fair play. But I would rather do a couple a week, 3 or 4 streams a week, and just chill with my community, instead of feeling I need to make content every single day just because I need to make that YouTube video to fulfill the needs of the algorithm. Don't get me wrong, throughout the day when I'm here and even when I'm working, you know, I'll be thinking of ideas, what we can do. Video-wise, that's going to be interesting, like that video today. Quality versus quantity. Yep, I'd agree. But then the thing is with my videos as well, Nora, and I don't know what you're like when you're doing some of yours. I don't like to do many edits. Like that video today, I made that, what's it, what, 12, 13 minute video. And I think there was 3, maybe 4 edits max that I had to do. The rest of it was just perfect, how it needed to be. Just natural, kind of not needing to worry about, you know, editing much. I added in the people that are kind of members on my channel at the end as a bit of a roll and credits, but I don't want to have to sit there for like 4 hours editing a video, right? I want to be able to game as well. There's a lot of lag in this map. Someone else just said that in the party a minute ago. The lag in this map is incredible today. Don't kill the boss yet. Do not kill the boss yet. Not quite. Oh, he was just shy of the 2K. Rip. Have a Lego though. Sure, I've had that song repeated for the last 5 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes. If you take more than 20 minutes, your brain turns to mush. I just don't. I enjoy editing. Don't get me wrong. When I have to do some edits, I do enjoy it. But I'd rather just get it done in a oneer if I can. The amount of times I restart recording because I want to just make sure I don't have to do many edits. I'd rather restart a recording if I've done like 2 minutes, restart it, and then just redo it to make sure I get it right. Don't get me wrong, if I'm super tired and I'm making a video, in the end I end up having to do like 20 edits and think, fuck me, I was well tired doing that video. Because I burn the candle at both ends every day. Every day. Like, today I'll stream until, what, 12:30. And then I will go and lay down in bed, but I'll put the iPad on and I'll be watching something on Disney or something like that before I actually go to sleep. I'm terrible for it. What build am I currently using? Once I've finished my Verge, I'll show you. I found the best way you need to manage this build, if anyone does try this, is you want to kind of have up your Fawns, because Fawns is really good, but then maybe take down the this skill. I forget what skill this is called now. The Surging Stone. Turn that off while you're regenning and just use this, because this is big damage anyway. Then regen, and then once you've regened up to like 75%, then slap on Surging Stone again. And it's just about cycling. Then throw out your walls every now and again to cycle some more. Now we're getting less, so I can just run with that on. Absolutely fine. Slap that back on. Because these will die from the Fawns, and now we're 100% again, so we can go, right? And then you do big, don't kill the boss yet. Don't kill the boss yet. Too soon. We may make it just. No, again. we are scrubs. $54. Yeah, you can. Think as well, before I finish tonight, I will blast this out. Okay. So this build that I'm currently using, and I think it actually needs, I think I need to change something. I think we should change these to wolves and this one, I think. So critical hit chance increase, smolder, fire, and mostly dead slots. Let's just make sure that's wrong one. Make sure that's saved in. So yeah, David, here's the build that I'm currently using. Gotta love the mostly dead slots. I think like a lot of builds are like that at the moment, right? And I think that's kind of like the other thing I was getting at with the video. You know what we got here. So we've got 4 armor, so we're using that. We are using wolves, which is fine. What's in this one? Wolves again, but really and truthfully, we don't really, that is negotiable whether that's even kind of needed, right? But there's nothing else to really put in there. We are using this. So how many dead slots have we got now? Because I think there was more dead slots. This we don't even need because you don't use your primary. Okay, we're using it for the movement speed. That's fine. And we're not using Summon Oak Sage. So there's like 3 on here you don't really need for this build. Okay. This is what I've been running though for dungeons. You have the same build, great one. But this is what I've been using for dungeons, and it's been blasting. So the first thing I do want to do though is let's go sort out these Legos that we just got. And then we'll do some dungeons. What do we get? No good ones. Still not yet. Okay. Probably should change that from Glooms, but it's 100% now, so who cares? Glooms is still going to be something we need to get. What do I think of Druid for now? For now, it's in a very difficult spot to say 100%. It is fun. It's really fun. But I think the next set of essences and the set of essences after that will definitely increase our build diversity and help us with the current builds that we've got. What would you recommend? 2-star or low resonance gems for Druid? Just damage stacking. Really? Damage stacking gems is all you need, really. For PvE anyway. What is going on with this queue time? There we go. Cheers for sub. They not die? Oh, they did. I mean, the main thing we have to rely on really for our damage at the moment is definitely going to be fawns. 100% you're going to have to rely on fawns quite a lot. Indez and their viewers just joined. Say hi. Hello, everyone. From Indez's stream. Eric, how's it going? Where's the last ones? Kill him. I hate this blood on the floor still. How is everyone today then from Indez's stream? Everyone well? You had to report a couple of werebear bugs today. What bugs you had then, Eric? I keep getting a weird one like where my character just run on the spot and I have to like reload the game completely. Which is really odd. And I've only had that on Druid since Druid's been out. Unless people have noticed it with other classes. It will freeze the shapeshifting. I'll have to watch out for that one. I don't think I've had one where it's freeze the kind of shapeshifting. But where you can't get out of it. Yeah, it did work. It did work, Indus. Yeah, everyone come over. I got a little notification at the top, so I did see it all. Cheers, man. Hopefully you had a good stream, man. You just stand there and have to relog. That's the same thing I've been experiencing then, Eric. Exactly the same thing. Very strange. Great video, more of those plays. Oh man, I'm glad. It has popped off. I didn't know what to expect with that sort of video because it's not really one that I do that often, that sort, but it's done well. You ran into that same werebear bug. Oh, I'm glad it's not just me then. Have you had the same in Indez with werebear bug? Where you just kind of have to reload the game because you just stand in one space, run on the spot? You have reported it. Nice. Bouncy chat. I know. I've got to get another chat for that. I am looking at a streamer bot chat, so. The bouncy chat will be missed, though, if I do replace it, because it just bounces to the music. We definitely need more of that content on DI, more content to react. I had to come and watch. I did catch most of it, so. Stupid chat box. You did notice it's only when you exit web air form. That's interesting. I noticed it for the first time, I think, just yesterday. In a dungeon, I was just running on the spot. Actually, it might have been not even in a dungeon. It could have been in a TR, I think, or something like that. Big numbers. Gonna have dinner. Cheers, man. Have a good evening, buddy. It was in a terror riff, wasn't it? There you go. Done so much the last few days. But I know it happened again later on, didn't it? And it happened in a dungeon, I'm sure of it. Without shapeshifting? Yeah, it's I was just using it. If you go back in the stream like 10 minutes ago, you'll probably see the screen. You could be able to get a screenshot of it. I haven't put any builds up on the channel yet, so. Oh, hold up, did we not? What's going on? Oh, that one. Wow. Oh, the free Legos one. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? And then I did get them back anyway. Yeah. Bouncy chat. Oh man, I'll get you in, man. If you let me know if you are you ready? I'll bring you on the next run. Nice billion damage in this dungeon. You hate cleaning? Yeah, I'm a person that hates cleaning. That's why I do all the cooking and not the cleaning. I'd definitely rather cook. Can we get this down before it pushes us? You do both. You clean as you go. What is going on with my music tonight? Just keeps, I'm sure it keeps playing the same song. I have to reload it. Just reload it. Rip. Okay, hopefully that'll fix the music issue. Jibs, how's it going, man? Cleaning your Shiguras away, also stuffing everything in the dishwasher. Don't have a dishwasher, everything's done by hand. How is Jibs then? We're moving on. I'm doing very well. Working week's about to begin, but after this working week, I got like 9 days off, I think it is, so it's all good. Nine days off for my birthday week. Bouncy chat. Definitely going to be a thing that I fix on my week off. Is this stupid chat? You took tomorrow off? Nice. Yeah, the birthday is on the 15th. Not that far away now. What are we today? We are the 6th, so 9 days. 9 days. What day even is that? Is that Wednesday? Oh, it's a Tuesday. Tuesday. I think I most probably be able to do a stream. Whoa, that's 2615. Look at that. Fort Will crit. Man, that's a nice piece. Good, nice piece. Very nice. I have capped out on my 58. That is the max, isn't it, this time around? I'm sure it is. Yeah, CHD over demons for sure. 100%. You always want CHC on every piece of gear you can. So I think the damage is absolutely fine. 843 million. I think that's kind of like on a dungeon where you're going in with randoms. That's, you know, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's even sometimes like that when you're on kind of like a necromancer. So bound is throwing you backwards. Interesting. Interesting. I've not had the, excuse me, I've not had that bug. Definitely not had that bug. You've had that too? I can't say I've seen that, but a lot of DPS tests ruined by that bug. Wow. Gotta go faster. What's the verdict on Colossus engine? Anyone done any real testing with Druid yet? Something I gotta do this week. Someone's not moving away with chains. You will ox it, yeah. I've got to do some testing with it to see what's skill based and what's not skill based. Because if everything is like not skill based, then you know, bleh. If it's not skill based, then yeah, we're gonna have to be using something else. Have you done any testing on it to see if the skills we're using are skill-based skills? Because you never know with this game. You never know. You can never ever tell. Exactly. Very interesting question. It was brought up on Discord earlier, and it's made me think about, is it going to cause issues with us and our Colossus? Because if Colossus isn't worth it and you've got like Fervent Fang, you might as well just throw Fervent Fang in it, right? And by all means, I'm using Fervent Fang right now, so I have no problem look, getting top damage in every dungeon. What we do need, and I hope we do get in the next round of essences, is dot res. Dot res would be amazing. Yeah, something to think about, Eric. Something to think about. Something to test. Kept pushing you away from the smithy. What the hell? Not allowed to use the smithy, mate. Not allowed. You're banned. Oh, we got a good one here. Big deeps, boys. Big deeps. Big deeps. The crazy thing is, right? It's like a 46% Thorns damage. The Thorns damage is absolutely madness.
What did that creature mean by protecting Slavian?
Druid can't do any damage, though, boys. Druid does no damage. Get AoE damage and you're laughing. Seems to be working. Yeah. No problems here doing damage. When you're in bear form, you don't tend to bounce all over the place. And there's no real teleport. You can just hold yourself in one place. I use shift like quite a lot to steady myself in place, so you won't see me bouncing around all the time. You know, obviously when you're using this, and I notice I have sometimes seen it, especially when you're using wolf, your will bounce all over the place. Yeah, werewolf will bounce you all over the place. It's the way the play style is. Bear is just bear in my opinion. Just seems a better play style, Bear does. Colossus, you mean seems to... Oh, seems to be working. Oh, the Colossus seems to be working. Interesting. Be good if it is. Oh, wow. Didn't expect that to kill me. Yeah, we got a spot for you. Just let me finish this one, Ozzo, and I'll invite you.
The Grandmaster draws strength from the darkness. Only Utah's flame can bring it away.
Send you the invite, man.
Try to keep up.
Definitely won't match your DPS, though, was it? Gonna show me up now. I'll just have to charge everywhere looking like a boss. In massive bear form. I think that's enough, isn't it, guys? That's acceptable. Just doing this the whole stream. And then just blowing them all up. GG. You lost a day of Neston's family because you had to change back. Oh, you're doing it for a good cause, though, man. So you got to help the warband out. Wow.
There's strength in numbers.
Yeah, helping your warband out is always a good idea. Warbands stick together. Is that right, also? Try and keep up with Osso. That's the biggest thing. Oh, you need a relog? No worries, man. Relog while we're in here. It's absolutely fine. You finally got the last I7 boss down, so totally worth. Very nice. We got through it the other week as well. We was boosted through it though. Gotta love the whales, eh? Just want to get out of here quick for a second. I'm going to wait till 950. Them gears should last till 1k. Yeah, 100% it should. I nearly got there as well.
I hope I was of assistance. Legendary weapon.
Yeah, boy, we got it. Maxed out. Mastery maxed. GG.
Foul magic lingers within these halls. If the scepter piece is still here, it lies in the deepest recesses of this tomb.
Mastery maxed. I'm pleased about that. Question, do you think it's worth dropping levels to essence farm? It would take essences out of the drop table, no? hadn't really thought about that, on to be honest, but I suppose it would take essences out of the drop table, but whether it would be worth doing, it's hard to say. As long as you're doing everything in the day that you possibly can to farm essences, you should be able to get quite a number of them done. No reason to say why you can't get like all of the essences farmed within a week max. If you're doing all the daily stuff you should be doing. I say should be doing, can be doing. You don't 100% have to do them. It's not a job. Maybe an essence farm guide. I mean, they're always quite difficult to do essence farm guides simply because once you've got all the gear, it doesn't show you, unless you make a new character, what level them gears drop from, right? I wish they would just put that in to the actual the essence person. It would just make a lot of sense so you knew. A guide would then be very easy to make. I think it's just about knowing where you can go and farm to get legendary gears guaranteed. Oh, excuse me. I mean, you can go do Diablo, right? Have you done Diablo this week? Have you done Vanguard? Just think of all the things you can do to go get legendary gear. Yeah, I always forget about Diablo, but I made sure I did it this time because I knew I was being on a different class, so. It's called Diablo, but it's easy to forget to do Diablo, right? That speed. That speed is insane. Is this S class, right? Oh no, it's big problem, isn't it? It's big problem. Causes you to be small. Really dislike this dungeon. Ozzo's having fun in world chat by the looks of things. Ready to be immortal again, Ozzo. Hit the wrong button. I'm out of form. Like my life. And then I hit leave dungeon as well. Oh, S class. We'll take a bit of S class. You really enjoy my chat interaction? I try and reply to everyone that I see pop up in chat. At the end of the day, I think as a content creator, you're here to help you, alright? Especially for a game. If people are coming here for the game to seek maybe advice, to seek help, and maybe just chat with the creator behind the who does the videos. But, you know, if someone asks you a question, you're going to answer it. I know some people don't, but... And I always forget which ones are. I think you're just best off. It always drops, but RNG eats you. Yeah. RNG is always against us. Oh man, Shardstorm I always forget about, but this week, again, I've been doing it, so... Job is, I suppose, with Shardstorm as well, though, is you've got to remember to go back, right, and collect your legendaries as well after an hour. Or do they get sent to you guaranteed? Because I would never trust that. BG's over now. Go spam Abyssal Terrorists. Slacked on ults this week. Yeah, I was going to say you have to manually go back to that one. That's what I thought. And how many times when you've done Shardstorm have you forgot to go back? Loads. Yeah, over reset. Yeah, that's one way of losing out as well. Although it's very rare that I'm on that sort of time of day. So I don't think I've ever had to worry about that problem. That's what the Shardstorm notifications. People actually turn them on. But you can click it away. Whoops. Yep. It certainly is. So easy to get rid of. Later comes 5 AM, but like, ah, shit. Ah, shit. I forgot to go to Shardstorm again. Rip. Okay. 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 I think we killed also. Oh, it's over here, isn't it? It's over here. Will Scrub's also going the right place. Definitely got another variant of this build that I want to try out before I put a video out for it. Build guides videos next week, guys. We'll probably do 2. Maybe we'll see how much time I get. Probably do 2, maybe 3. That is the plan for next week. I think the single target could be much better, couldn't it? Single target there felt very lackluster. Wouldn't it be nice if suddenly when we get to like 1,000, they bring out and say, yep, we realized the mistake with Druid. We're going to give you 12 new essences instead of the 6 for Druid. So good. Simply because of all the transformations, I think that they need to do something. Yeah, I think the main issue that even with the video brought that day, Eric, you know, the issue is the fact that you've got werebear, werewolf, you've got your normal form, you've got all the skills that you want to use. You know, the fact is that they're very heavily relying obviously on the transformations. 60 in my mind because of that one reason should have been more. But hopefully they can address that problem by releasing more when we have kind of the Paragon increases, right? We got Butcher as well. Didn't realize we're having a surprise Butcher in this one. I'd like to see some essences come that kind of, you know, benefit some of the other skills other than the transformations. Or make it so in werebear or whatever, shapeshift 100%. The issue with that is you do want to come out and apply your buffs every now and again. Yeah.
Try to keep up.
That is, I think that is the main issue. I'm so sure that's sharp against my finger is kind of annoying me. That is the issue. How come I become... Oh, it's Jesky. Nice. That is the issue I'm going to have. If they bring out more transformation essences, it's going to be frustrating. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. I should have stayed in bear form then, but I come out because I hadn't pressed my buff. And as you know, the fawn armor does more damage than anything else at the moment. As you can see right there. Smolder Seed is just insane. Oh, I did it again, look. Scrubbed. Oh well. 41% to 35% on the damage difference. I have been using Ags, yeah. Looking at this Namri run and our previous discovery that Druid is Z DPS, they need to seriously buff Seder, Wiz, and Necro damage. Yeah, I have, like I say, Prax, I have paired it with Ags at the moment. Been testing it out. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm using. But I think, was that what I was using? I think, no, actually, I think I went in with two, yeah, I went with this, like, 2 Banquets, 2 Vifu, and a 4 Ags is what I've been using. But I've got to do a bit more testing before I'm happy with a build guide. And I'm still not sure about the speed helm yet. Although I do like going like super duper fast. Hearing it, Gloom and Grace may be the way. Yeah, I've got to still test that out against this one yet with the same build. Cheers, Eric. Thanks for popping in, man. It's been nice chatting. Welcome anytime. What about if the one way they could solve the problem is when you're out of combat, right, in dungeons, have regen of primal power be higher. I don't think it's going to matter once we get more essences, right? I think that's still the issue. More errands to do. You and your errands, man. Keeps you busy, though. Cleaned out the deep freezer. Now you got to fill it. Nice.
Legendary weapon.
I think you was kicked anyway. Try this helm in the next one, I think. Just want to compare the differences.
Let us stand together.
No worries, but anytime, man. You know, if we're running dungeons, you're always welcome. Anyone in the stream, especially if you're on the server. If you're on the server, it's always much easier to get people in on a server instead of doing it cross server. Cross server seems to always bug out. I actually think the sprint there felt better. Having that option to just sprint, but I suppose you do use a lot of primal power on that, and between packs you probably don't want to be in bear. You want to just be able to regen. I think that would be the way to go for raids, would be this helmet. Do a couple more for it. I think it's good for bosses. I am using the currently this one. Just testing this, bounding actually out. It's okay thing for like single target. It'd be good for bosses, right? Let's have a read of it again. Bound now leaps to target, damaging all nearby enemies, increasing critical attack speed and critical chance of your primary attacks. So it'll be really good for, you know, single target and bosses that have like ads, I suppose. Not necessarily very quick at moving through a dungeon because you only get two charges of the jump. It's a cool ability though. I like it. But definitely I think would be good single target. Should be good single target. I will definitely have to check out Ender's see if I got that build anyway. Build guides. I'm sure Ender said he'd got one that was quite good for dungeons. I want to test them all out, give my opinion on them. I know for a fact you want to be fast, and I know we're running at like 60%, but I feel with that other helm, you just get, as long as you've got ads in front of you, you're going to be blasting. Wow. Transform green with speed and cooldown, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. This one with this helmet just doesn't feel very like speed build, kind of like you want to go faster doing a dungeon. Where the other bit helm was like you just rushed to the boss and rushed to the ads and felt much better. Is the glooms any good? Glooms will be good. For most builds with this class. Because there's a dash pretty much in everything, right? But you also got to remember when it comes to Druid, your smolder seed, I know it's not showing here, but your smolder seed is the highest damage dealing thing you'll do. From your bone armor, from your fawn armor. Exactly what I'm just using now, nothing else. Won't be surprised if this leap is actually classed as a dash, right? Do they class... I hit the wrong one. Do they class it as a dash? So this is control buff. Will this be classed as a dash forward? Because technically you are dashing, right? So that should work with glooms. And you would want to use glooms in a raid environment. So it says dash forward, so it should. That technically is a dash, right? Even though it looks like a leap. So for raids, that would be, you know, gloom is what you'd want. 100% for raids, definitely. If you're using this, you know, bound essence. Because it would be great on bosses. You know, attack speed and crit hit chance. What's chance, right? Here we go. Just a boss. I never trust any of the wording they put in this game. Ever. You can't trust anything in that spellbook. I want to change that essence back. Needs to be changed back. This is better. Trouble is, you say we have leap stuff, but there's no, aren't them leaps classed as dashes as well? I think they probably are. I'll do some testing in the morning before work, I think. Depending on what time I wake up. I'll do some dungeon testing. With different builds. Just in random parties. It's easier to do random builds in random parties. Because you can really see the output then. I really need to focus on getting class fixes. Get a good selection of them. Hopefully good ones. Also is this and the grizzly. How did I increase my field of view? How do you mean? I've not noticed a difference in field of view. Welcome in anyway. This is how my field of view's always been. Could it just be that because I play on PC, maybe? Don't even saying that when I play on my iPhone, I don't really notice a difference. Interesting there, as an idea to think about, but
A dead end. I'll have to find another way forward.
he's not a random crusader. This is their warband and clan members. Optimized characters. What you're seeing here is definitely not a comparison you should worry about. Nah, it's all good strong. It's all good strong. Like the random crusader. He is 6.5. He is a very strong character. And crusaders having dot resolution, you know. Also random. When I come to doing build guides and I do a kind of a dungeon run to show people, it will be done in a random dungeon, because I think that's how I think most people play that way, right? Yes, Illidan Storm Rage. Illidan Storm Rage cosmetic. From the WoW crossover event that they did last year. You've only bumped into Osso once in Vault. Got Ian. Doesn't surprise me. If I can get to the mobs before nobody's using werewolf, nah, but it's because werewolf is just too clunky. Everyone's using bears now. Bears are really strong. If you can get ahead of everyone else in a group, you know, if I could get ahead of Osso in the group, I would be putting out a lot more damage. And that's exactly why I'm using this charge helm, to see if I can get ahead of Osso. I think it's bugged out on me, look. The game's bugged. We was talking about this earlier. Rip. Relaunch. Nah, that's a werebear bug. Game does not want me doing more than Osso. No, apparently not. Also paid Blizzard to stop me for a second. He was like, damn this bear. He will not do more than me. But I would say to everyone that's kind of like seen the Druid stuff now, don't write Druid off. Druid is, it's got a lot of promise to it, 100%. Yeah, it is really sad, Brax. But I think what you'll find is in the next set of essences, hopefully there'll be some good ones coming that will fix a lot of the issues, right? We can hope anyway. They will nerf one. They're going to nerf Thorn Armor, right? Thorn Armor is doing too much damage, guys. We're not going to give you anything else, but you're going to have a nerf. The burst is crazy, man. You just got to get there first. Once you get there first, you're all right. I suppose that's like with any class, though, right? Go, 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 go. It's regen for the boss. There you go. Pretty clear that Negor is a better summoner. Yeah, 100%. But You know, you get a couple of rounds of some essences on this. This would be a fairly viable class. Up there with the best of them. It's just that the lack of essences at the moment, and they're kind of focused massively on transformation. Now, what class can do this? Look at this, boys. What class can do super speed like that? That's just insane. Here we go. Can it go that fast? Nice. I'll have to go Barb at some point. Lorif the Barb. Lorif the Barb. It hasn't got the same ring to it, right? Sounds wrong, Nora. It does. It's not about speed, but faster damage and kills. Nah, it's always about gotta go faster, man. Don't forget, Necro's a day one character, so tweaks, twists within 36 months of updates. Season changes as a Druid just hit is a baby. Yeah, exactly. That's what people tend to forget, you know, and I think, you know, obviously I criticized it quite heavily in the video that I made, I suppose, and people were like, oh, you're hating on it, but my intention is not to hate on it, because I like the Druid. I like the Druid a lot. It's a lot of fun, and it's got a lot of uniqueness to it compared to other classes. It's just that most builds, I suppose, feel quite clunky at the moment. I never played the Druid in D4. I played D4 at the launch and then stopped. It's not got the diversity we're used to, yeah.
Where is this place? This evil.
You think of all the other, like I said in that video, we got 168 essences per class of the original classes. And then you get 60 on a Druid. Which 24 of them are for transformations. Ah, yes. Lorif Druid stream and a cup of coffee would do. Can't beat a cup of coffee, man. Them guys are leaving, so what we can do now then, guys, we can really test this out just as a random. All right. What other one did I have saved here anyway? Okay, that had leaving bound with it. That's the werewolf version. Most old essences are outdated and outclassed by the new ones. Yeah, 100% they are, but you'll find, like, when we first started the game, I don't know if you was a day one player or not, but some of the older ones did stick around for a while until, like, yeah, I agree, some of them got replaced, but some of them still come out and shine, right? And look at all the greens. They're just from drops. I've never brought any orange. Never brought any of the orange ones. Oh, these legendary ones. Yellow ones, obviously. I think all of mine are drops. I've never brought any from the auction house. Debating whether to equip this one or not. Yeah, oh, excuse me. I've been debating whether I should buy some, but I'd rather spend my money on like normal gems if I was going to buy anything from the auction house. Yeah, and runes can be synthesized, yeah. As long as you get in your cap of runes each week, then you should be able to, you know, synthesize quite a few and eventually craft them, all right? See, now you can see the damage. Damage is better now. Now you can get to the mobs first. But that was the same on Necromancer, yeah? Get to the mobs first, you can get the damage first, right? There's only so much damage that you can have as a maximum amount in a dungeon, so... Is the damage come from continual damage or primary hits or both? It'll be both. You gotta think, look at the damage difference here. So my Thorn Armor here will be because of Smolder Seed. So that's gonna be like heavily continual damage and because it obviously detonates all of that, isn't it? Yeah. And then obviously all of this will just be a lot of primary. Well, actually, no, because a lot of this is going to be classed as skill, right? I'm presuming all of this in bear is going to be skill damage. But that is something I got to test this week. Because really, in truth, you look at my primary here is like 11 million. So I'm hoping that everything in bear form is going to be skill damage. Because then Colossus means that that works. That's something I got to test this week. Oh, bollocks. If it comes out as skill damage, then Colossus Engine is going to be, you know, best in slot. If it comes out as someone else, then it's going to be obviously a different gem we're going to want to take. Fawn is OP. It's a smaller seed, it's OP. But like, you can easily do a billion in a dungeon. You just need to get to the mobs first. You have to get to the mobs first. There's no other way around that. If you want to do more damage, you get there first. Should really do some of these as well. It seems we're stacked up to 24. Abyssal finally done. Nice.
I'm here, Noah. Don't be afraid.
Such a grind, right? Such a grind. When I dash. Oh, that lag there. Werewolf form for the Paragon that turns invisible is good form to go increase damage when you dash, but werewolf form is like definitely not as good damage as bear form. From the testing what we've all done, bear is the way to go. At the current state of the game. Oh, I didn't hit the 4 number first. Lost my transform. Oh well. Bear form too slow can hop in and out of danger. If you're talking PvP, then as far as I'm aware, like Fair is what everyone's going, right? We'll do some PvP on streams this week. So we're still going to be streaming every night. I'll get a build set up. And we'll do some testing on stream of PvP. In the evenings. I have a feeling that we're going to be mostly like support builds, right?
Tried to keep up.
No way I'm going to beat this dude in here.
The plank. That monster can drag me into the ocean. Need to get below. Every animal has a weakness. I just have to find it.
And we've done lots of dungeons tonight. We better have some good greens. Got a good option here, good option here. Hopefully some of these will be good rolls. Start filling up the stash full of good rolls. I really like this option of the build, but I think most of the time you get, you know, I think it's always going to be clunky. I think the builds are at the moment.
You're not worthy to live.
I've heard bits and bobs about the new season. I haven't really looked into it again. Since I stopped playing like a few months after release, I've not really kept up with much, to be honest. Every now and again I'll see a bit on X saying, oh, season 9 is looking good, you know. But can they really fix the game? Make people go back completely? Who knows?
Where is this place? This evil end.
Wonder if hunger will help it. Can't remember the second core buff. I'm not sure what more changes I could do. Okay, let's clear the bags. One thing I'm glad I did today is Mastery Max. Okay. I don't think there's really much we can do to improve the speed of this build, right? So you've got this. So many greens I've got saved. I keep tons of shit in my stash also. Okay, so that's the standard werebear. We've got wolves for movement speed. Shattering armor, that's fine. So the rest of it seems really like you really need it, right? So that you can't really use because you're already using someone else. That is going to increase your movement speed anymore. What's the alternative for the secondary you got? As in my green set, or... Do I miss the necro on the main hand? I'll have a look, Kevin. Do I miss a necro? I'm always going to be a necro, right? So I'm always going to miss it if I'm not playing it, but it's time to start switching around classes. So I think what we'll tend to do is we'll be Druid now for a little while. Maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then I'll go back to necro. I'd agree. That's exactly my stance on it, gamer. Exactly my stance. I really like the Druid in the gameplay. It's a lot of fun, but it's missing stuff. It's got gaps. Too many dead slots. I think once it's fleshed out, more essences, it's going to be a very good, complex class. With many builds, possibly, depending on like what they do with the essences. I think once we get into like the 120, 130 essences, we should have some good stuff. Real good stuff with the Druid. But I'm always going to be a necro, so I'm always going to want to flit back to necro and do, a month of necro stuff. you know, go back to where I came from. And yeah, and I think that's how we'll treat it. I do want to go through and unlock everything on all the classes though, so I know when I go to switch to a class, I've definitely got all the masteries. Considering it only took me a couple of days to get these ones, you know I did have a lot of help when it comes to the what's it called, the mystery items and these, the loyalty points, but you had to go back to 10 bits. I'll definitely be trying Druid again in the future. I think a lot of people will try again. See, the vines and the sages I really like the sages I really like. I'm probably going to stay another week or two, maybe 3. We'll see what I find out. I do want to get all the build guides done and then give some more opinions on the class and kind of, you know, like I did that video today. And then we'll flip back to Necro. I've got some other Necro content that I definitely want to do. You all need schedules like your Necro. I'm going to start writing it down on my calendar behind me. I play all the classes in multiple characters, and all the classes are fun in their way. And you're missing out. Yeah, I will. I'm going to now. Except Monk. You don't like Monk. Gamer, you don't like Monk? What's the reason for not ever playing Monk? See, this I would like to fit this Smolder in somewhere. Smolder is really good. If we didn't have to have Rabid Might. But this is what's good for Rabid Might. This increase damage you can get. Best class ever is Monk. Oh, you don't enjoy a game. I will go through them all now over the next rest of this year. I just hope they bring in Witch Doctor at some point. Witch Doctor I'd be all over. Witch Doctor would be great fun. So much fun. Who's with me? We should push for next class to be Witch Doctor. Has to be Witch Doctor. Next class. Gotta be Witch Doctor. We need an intelligence class next class, right? The next new class to the game, though, also has to be Witch Doctor. Has to be. I just wish we could go like that. Because the smolder from these guys... I don't know if I can show you... Can I show you this? I think I can. So if we go here, no range classes, please. Also, can I show you this? No, there's too much going on. You're not going to be able to see it. I'd have to do it on my mobile. But the smolder from armor and the smolder from seeds are all different. I can't actually click on the dummy, look. But you can see them, look. 3 smolders come up. 3 smolders come up. And then you get the smolder from armor on its own. They're all different debuffs. You can't click it on PC though, right? Look, I can't get to it on PC. The buffs, I can click on the buffs here, but it doesn't show the debuffs, right? I want to see the debuffs. I can't click on the dummy debuffs on PC. It just doesn't let you. Because you can't target it. Yeah, you can't get to it. So watch. I can't actually go up to target the dummy. Unless you do it in such a way. No, you still can't. There's just no way of doing it. I wish I could actually target the dummy and then go up to here and click the dots. You can't. There's no way. No way of doing it. That is the client we have to deal with on PC. But this is what I want to try out anyway. Yeah. I've tried it from every angle. So if you go here. But you just can't. It's a wish it worked mechanic. They got the dots there for me to press and all that, but you just can't. You just can't get it. Just can he do it, mate? Just can he do it? But it is that time of night, guys. It's been a blast. Been an absolute blast. Tomorrow, I'll most probably do some testing before I go to work in the morning. And then tomorrow evening, we'll be back on doing some more stuff. I'll put the PvP build together and we'll do some PvP tomorrow night. Monday PvP. Get maybe an hour or stuff in. Yeah, I'm done for today. It is like half midnight for me, so. That's a 3-hour stream. It's been a blast. Still figuring out loads of stuff to do on Druid, so. This week I'll try and get some build guides done of what I think I like to play. No worries, guys. But on that note, if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord, guys. Still loads of people that still haven't joined. And the Discord has changed recently. I'm getting loads of messages on there about not having roles again. If you are on my Discord and you find yourself with no role, go onto the pick your class section and pick your class. Because you have to pick your class now. I've changed it all. But anyway, guys, I'm going to bed. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good one, guys.